What is up, guys? This is Stardust here, and we're gonna be doing a guide for Illidan. Illidan is a melee assassin. We will be going through his abilities, his gameplay style, his talents build, and yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to assist you, and so you can enjoy him more. Okay, your Q, it's called dive. So deals with that. So basically, it's a click on ability. Dives to a target and dealing certain damage and flips onto the other side of them as well, of the target. Okay, it's quite nice. You sort of go once you click, you go onto the other side and you block their way, so they can't. Obviously, they can't escape. They have to go around you. Which is really nice. You can do more. You can do more damage as well. Sweep. Your W, sweeping strike. Okay, dashes towards a target point, okay, dealing damage to enemies along the way. Hitting an enemy, hitting enemy increases your basic attack damage by 35% for the next 3 seconds. So it's quite nice. So ideally, you want to engage with dive, and then do a couple of basic attacks. Then you want to go with your W to obviously to get to them. A couple of more basic attacks, and then you want to go dive again. That's how basically that's how it works. Your E is evasion. Okay, evasion. So evade enemy basic attack for 2.5 seconds. So you basically become immune to basic attacks, which is quite nice, to be honest. It's really nice. Okay, your passive, very important. Your passive, this is how you survive. Basic attacks, a basic attack heals you for 30% of the damage dealt and reduces your ability cooldown by 1 second. So it's really nice. This is why you're able to cast your dive and your sweeping strike easily. Okay, so your heroic abilities, you've got 2 choices. Now let's go with the first one. Let's play the first one. It's called metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. Okay, metamorphosis or whatever. Okay, so it transforms into a demon form at the target location, so it can be used to escape because it's a free click ability. Dealing an area damage and temporarily increasing your health by 200 for each hero hit. Lasts for 18 seconds, which is quite large. Or the hunt charge. So this has a massive range. It's preferably my preferred one. Okay, and I'll explain you why. I know a lot of people get the metamorphosis heroic ability, but I strongly prefer the hunt, and I'll explain you why. Charges to a target unit, dealing certain damage on impact and on impact, stunning them for 1 second. Okay, so now let's go through his build, and then I'll explain to you why I prefer to the hunt ultimate and some gameplay tips. Okay. So your level 1, you want to increase your W. Okay, one second, let's just go here. Okay, so okay, you want to increase your W, so you want to go with the immolation. Okay, so after using sweeping strike, burns nearby enemies for 22 seconds. For 22 damage and lasts for 4 seconds. So per second, so you basically get some additional damage. Okay, level 4, you want to get with the Friend of Feo. Okay, Friend of Feo increases the range of dive by 20%, allows it to be used on allied heroes without damaging them. So basically, Why you want that is because once you dive, because obviously with your basic attack you do have a lot of um you do get a lot of cooldown. So in case you are seeing that the team fight is not going well, you have the option to use it on ally hero without. So basically you can use this escape as well, so which is quite nice though. Okay, level 7, without a doubt, you go with the thirsting blade, increasing your passive, dealing more your basic attack. So basically healing from basic attack is now increased to 50%, not 30%, while sweeping strike damage bonus is active. Okay, so basically you want that's damage bonus, or sorry, the damage bonus that you have from your sweeping strike. So you increase, so basically you get more heal out of this one. Okay, alternatively you can go with but no, that's the best one over here, because without a doubt, because obviously the next 3 basic attack will heal you a lot more, because they do a lot more damage. So you can imagine for 3 basic attacks you have a lot more health. Okay, now ultimates, you got 2 choices. I can explain my personal favorite one. That's like I said, this is guide based on my experience with Illidan. I enjoy him playing a lot, and a lot of people say he gets quite easily countered, but no, I strongly disagree. Using him in the right position, right time, you are gonna be god with him. Okay, so I go with the hunt. So like I said, charges to a target, it has a massive range, and on impact it's standing there for 1 second. Okay, level 13, you want to go with a number of defense. If fleeing strike, if swimming strike hits an enemy hero, gains 20%, 25 armor for 2 seconds, reducing damage taken by 25%. It's really important because you'll be focused a lot. You being as an Illidan, you will be focused a lot basically. The reason being is because you self heal obviously, and you can quickly, if you're not being focused, if you're not being, if they don't stun you or whatever, you're gonna be, you're gonna kill all the team. So you have to bear that in mind with him. Okay, level 16, we go with the mark for that deal. Dive deals an extra 108 deals an extra damage if you hit a target continuously within 10 seconds. So this is a really good ability, to be honest, and it basically provides you with a lot of damage. Now you have also that option here, every 4th attack to the same hero deals additional 6% of that. The problem is 4th attack, yes, you get it, but no, I wouldn't. If they are too tanky, but the problem is you're not going to be focusing the tanks. With my build, you'll be focusing the squishy target or the support, etc. And level 20, now you have the option. Usually now you can either, okay, sorry, I lost my thought there. Now level 20, you what I would go for usually is the teleport. So you can activate the teleport for location. That's for sort of for safety in case a team fight goes wrong. Obviously level 20, you can't afford to die, you can't afford to be on cooldown for minutes or so. Alternatively, if you feel quite secure, you can go with the basic attack that deals 20% damage and slows an enemy. You don't really need the slow, but the 20% damage does come quite handy, including the heal. So if you do 20% more damage, you have 30% heal, and then you have after using the sweeping strike, you've got for sweeping strike, the damage bonus is active, you get 50% as well. So it is it is quite nice. So for the next 3 seconds that you would get 50% more health, the amount of health you get. So it's really really crazy. So that's my personal. Now the reason why I'm informing you of this build is because Illidan has a lot of counters. Based on my gameplay with him, I've discovered that he has a lot of counters. So it's very difficult for you guys. Right now in the meta, he is barely being picked. Why? Is because one disengage and he's dead. However, for example, he could be easily countered by Tutchers, by the Butcher, by Zul. Pretty much, his Lily, for example, has got a very high very high counter. So it's really he's so easy to counter. So and so for example, Sylvana with mind control, and that's it. Well, with mind control, anybody pretty much will be dead. But for example, Brightwing, even Brightwing, his W, once he transforms you into that squirrel thing, or basically you're pretty much done. So how I play him is I sort of with him I choose him on a lot of maps where there are camps. So, and of course your engagement has to be really smart. For example, if they have a Brightwing support, I would never pick him up. Reason being is he would put a W on you and that's it. For two, he can Brightwing will increase the range if an alien is there on its W for 2 seconds. 2 seconds, you're completely dead. So what I tend to do is, while I clear camp, is because I obviously have my hunt ultimate, the hunt. I could easily automate any ability, so I can try and engage a bit later in the team fight. We're talking about 3-4 seconds once it started. So why is because they're already in the middle of the fight, and then I go in, I stun one, I get a kill, and then I go in and help my team as much as I can. That's how I play him. I would never ever be second or third. I would always go from the back with my hunt, with the hunt, with my ultimate, which has very low cooldowns as well. It's got only 60 seconds cooldown, so it is extremely low. So, and then I would approach, for example, if there's a Chromie, or what was her name? What is that? A Leeming, for example, any of those mages, for example, the easiest target that will do a lot of damage. But then you get them out of the team fight, then you're done, and then they're done. You versus any tank, you win the team fight. Why? Is because your self heal is amazing, and it's crazy. So they don't have enough damage to kill you. They don't have enough instant damage. And what is the problem with Illidan is that he needs to do basic attacks in order to maintain his health, to remain alive. So the only way to do it is, even if you, for example, I used to pick up the first ultimate that is a lot better for team fights, etc. However, with the hunt and engaging a bit later, knowing the right moment, if you practice it, you'll see that it's a lot better. It is a lot better. Of course, you wouldn't pick him up versus any team, because unfortunately, if they have too many stuns, if pretty much all of them have stuns or roots, that's it. You won't be able to do much. But if you can pick him, if there is only one, etc., during usually a stun or any ability like that has around 10 seconds, 10, 15 or 20 seconds cooldown. So you're not likely to get it, to be honest. You're not likely to get the stun. So I strongly recommend that ability. But before that, play a bit more normal games and practice it, knowing when to engage the team fight, etc. So knowing when to engage the team fight is very important. So with Illidan. I think the potential is great. I enjoyed him a lot. I've had pretty much every game as a win. Of course, I'll be talking about after I got used to his talents, etc. His gameplay style, etc. And that's my build. The Hunt is my personal favorite one. You can be always in a team fight with such a short cooldown. You could always help your team, or get the attention towards the assassins, where everybody will go, but meanwhile your teammates will kill them. So it's super easy to play and very fun to play game. And then clearing camps on a big maps, of course I always pick him up on a 3-lane maps with a lot of camps. I always go and clear up camps as well, which without a problem we can do that, because your amount of healing, you get out of the camp pretty much full health. So it's really nice. Okay, anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed my guides. Make sure, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to hear any suggestions. Like I said, this is my guide based on my experience with the champion, not that I've seen it anywhere else. So yeah, anyways, see you later guys, and stay tuned for more guides.